Hello everyone, Lisa and I are back with something very special. Today we're diving into the driving experience of the 2026 Rolls-Royce Ghost Series II.
Yes, it's an iconic ultra-luxury sedan, and we're curious to explore if it's truly refined for the driver as much as the passenger.
The Rolls-Royce Ghost has always represented the more subtle, agile side of the Spirit of Ecstasy's Regal family. Now, with the Series II update, which Rolls-Royce refreshed for 2025-2026, the Ghost isn't just about being chauffeured. It's increasingly pitched as a car you might actually want to drive yourself. Enhanced design, new technology, and a continued commitment to power make this iteration more compelling than ever.
Today we'll analyze in depth how the 2026 Ghost Series II drives, from its powertrain and handling to its comfort, road manners, and driver engagement. We'll also consider both the standard and black badge versions, based on expert road tests and hard specs. By the end, we hope to answer, is this Ghost just a floating throne, or is it a true driver's Rolls?
Driving, powertrain, and performance. Under the bonnet of the Ghost Series II lies a 6.75-liter twin-turbo V12, a power plant that Rolls-Royce has retained rather than downsizing or hybridizing. According to Car Scoops, this V12 remains at 563 bhp, or 571 PS, and 850 Newton-meters of torque.
That level of torque is available very low in the rev range. Reports say from around 1600 RPM, just 600 RPM above idle, delivering that characteristic Rolls waft. The result is a surge of effortless momentum, unlike a sports car's aggressive push, but more like a gentle, inexorable shove.
In terms of acceleration, the Ghost Series II can reach 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 4.6 seconds, according to several road test reports. That's very quick for a nearly 2.5-ton luxury saloon. The top speed is electronically limited to 155 miles per hour or 250 kilometers per hour.
Transmission is via an 8-speed automatic ZF unit, which is known for its smooth, nearly imperceptible shifts. The Ghost also uses a satellite-aided transmission system. GPS data helps the car choose the optimum gear for upcoming corners, meaning fewer wrong shifts and a more composed behavior.
And fuel consumption isn't trivial. Official combined numbers are around 15.7 to 15.3 liters per 100 kilometers, which is roughly 18 mpg, depending on driving and version. CO2 emissions are high too, in the range of 346 to 357 grams per kilometer per Rolls-Royce's published data.
Suspension, ride, and comfort. One of the Ghost's signature traits is its suspension system, especially the planar suspension system, which uses variable, electronically controlled dampers plus self-leveling air suspension. For Series II, Rolls says the ride quality is improved, refining the magic carpet feeling even further.
There's also a clever flag bearer system, which uses forward-facing cameras to read the upcoming road surface and prime the suspension accordingly, predicting bumps and reacting before they fully unsettle the car. That helps the Ghost feel composed and supremely comfortable even on imperfect roads.
And despite being a heavy, long-wheelbase luxury car, its handling is surprisingly grounded. In independent reviews, testers comment on how nimble the Ghost feels on twisty country roads. There's less of the floatiness you might expect, but still that serenity Rolls-Royce is known for.
Steering and driver engagement in the Ghost Series II is precise but not overly sporty. The 8-speed auto and the sat-nav-aided transmission help deliver power smoothly into corners, and the steering feel is confident without being harsh.
In more enthusiastic driving, the Ghost maintains composure. There's a sense of weight. You know you're piloting a substantial car, but the responsiveness is very good for its class. On country roads, the Ghost can be surprisingly agile, especially considering how much weight it carries.
For those wanting a more dynamic feel, the Black Badge Ghost Series II offers a sportier setup. According to Car Expert, Black Badge tuning includes firmer suspension calibration, different brake pedal feel, and slightly quicker shift behavior when pressing hard. There's also a low button, Rolls equivalent to a sport mode, that increases shift speed by 50% under heavy throttle, making the car feel more responsive and dramatic.
Noise, vibration, and harshness, NVH. One of the most impressive things about driving the Ghost Series II is how quiet it is. The V12 is smooth, and even under acceleration, there's a muted but purposeful tone, powerful but dignified.
The cabin is extremely well insulated thanks to high-quality materials and engineering. According to official data, the stationary noise level is about 81 decibels A at 3,750 RPM. Meanwhile, pass-by noise is rated at around 70 decibels A.
The result? At cruising speed, you feel insulated from most outside disturbances. Even over rough pavement, the predictive suspension and air springs do a remarkable job smoothing out irregularities, so you rarely feel harsh jolts.
On highways, the Ghost Series II feels completely at ease. Thanks to its torque-rich V12, accelerating or overtaking requires minimal throttle input. It's relaxed, but always ready to surge forward with authority.
The transmission's predictive logic, combined with GPS data, means gear changes are timely and seamless, often before you even feel a need to shift. That adds to the serenity of long-distance driving, reducing any unnecessary interruptions.
For city driving, there is a bit of mass to manage. Parking or tight maneuvering is not as effortless as smaller luxury sedans, but with modern power steering and well-calibrated controls, it's not a chore either. The Ghost doesn't feel sluggish, but you certainly feel its presence and weight.
In stop-start traffic, reviewers have noted that the throttle can feel a little more eager than you might expect. A light press can bring much more forward motion than anticipated due to the V12's responsiveness. But because of the smooth automatic transmission, everything still feels graceful, not jerky.
High-performance driving. While the Ghost Series II is not a sports saloon, it has surprising dynamism when pushed. The Black Badge variant in particular amplifies this. With its firmer damping, sportier shift logic, and a low mode, it gives a sharper, more driver's car-like feel than traditional Rolls.
In spirited cornering, the car instills confidence. The suspension resists body roll very well, and the steering, while still prioritizing comfort, gives enough feedback to feel engaged. The predictive gear shift helps with exits, and the powerful torque means there's minimal lag when accelerating.
Meanwhile, braking is very capable, delivering strong stopping power in a way that feels proportionate, not overly aggressive. The brakes are very finely tuned to the character of the car. Not sporty, but very efficient and smooth.
Comfort and driving luxury. One of the most important aspects for a car like the Ghost is long-distance comfort. The Ghost Series II excels here. The seats are supremely plush, the cabin layout is luxurious and ergonomic, and the suspension makes even long highway cruising feel like drifting on a cloud.
The interior also features a very refined driver interface. With Rolls' Spirit software suite, the infotainment feels modern yet understated, and the screen's graphics are elegant. According to Motor One coverage, the Ghost Series II retains the minimalist yet high-tech layout, giving a sense of sophistication without overwhelming the driver.
For longer drives, the Ghost's noise insulation, predictive ride control, and abundant torque all contribute to a relaxed, almost meditative journey. You never feel like you're straining to drive. The car carries itself, and you along with it.
Is the car any good? Absolutely. The 2026 or 2025-2026 Rolls-Royce Ghost Series II is very good, perhaps one of the most balanced modern ultra-luxury cars. It retains the majestic presence and quality Rolls customers expect, while also becoming more driver-focused without compromising its core character.
The powertrain, suspension, and technology combine to deliver a driving experience that is as smooth as it is powerful, as composed as it is commanding. Whether you're in the driver's seat or the back, you feel enveloped in refinement. For a luxury car that wants to be driven and to drive people, the Ghost Series II is exceptional.
If you're in the market for a luxury sedan that blends traditional Rolls-Royce opulence with genuine driving capability, the Ghost Series II is definitely worth considering. It may come with a steep price, and running and maintenance costs will be high, but the engineering, exclusivity, and refinement make it a compelling choice.
It's especially attractive for drivers who value both performance and presence. Those who want a car that feels special behind the wheel, but also delivers for passengers in every sense. However, if you prioritize efficiency, agility in tight urban settings, or a more overtly sporty driving feel, there are other luxury sedans that might better match those needs. But for sheer gravitas and driving serenity, the Ghost Series II stands out.
In conclusion, the Rolls-Royce Ghost Series II 2026 is a masterful evolution of the Ghost nameplate. It brings together refined power, exquisite comfort, and surprisingly sharp driver dynamics. It's not just a floating palace, it's a car that responds, anticipates, and rewards thoughtful driving while never losing its composure.
The Series 2 refresh sharpens the Ghost's character, giving it more presence, more awareness, and more engagement, all while maintaining the brand's hallmark serenity. For someone who wants a luxury saloon that's as pleasant to drive as it is to ride in, this is as close to perfection as Rolls-Royce gets.
If you like this in-depth driving analysis and want more reviews of refined luxury and performance cars, please subscribe to our channel for more.
Thank you so much for watching. Take care, drive safe, and see you next time on the road.